Okay, we're setting a thread ring gauge, a Southern style TruRound thread ring. We have our instruments that we need to use, as well as our specs that tell us what the size should be for this gauge. So Mark Nunn is going to set this thread ring for us. So the first thing we do is to check and see how the ring feels on the set plug. And as he screws this one on, it doesn't really feel exactly the way he wants it to. So now he's going to have to adjust it so that it feels proper on this set plug. The first thing we have to do is unlock the locking mechanism. Use an Allen wrench and a little bit of a counterclockwise turn. We'll loosen it. And then at the bottom of the ring is the adjusting screw. If you turn it clockwise, it will make the ring looser. If you turn it counterclockwise, it makes the ring tighter. So Mark is now going to adjust that, and then he's going to again see how it feels. He's going to lock it down and check the feel on the set plug to make sure he's got the right drag. It should have to turn, but you shouldn't have to struggle. And if he has the right feel, which it appears that he does on this one now, he's going to make sure it's locked down good and tight. And then he's going to check again just to make sure, because when you lock the thread ring for the TruRound style of this nature, it will always get a little bit looser when you lock it. The AGD style will always get a little tighter. And this one always gets a little looser, so they're opposite in that regard. After he knows he's got the right feel with it locked down, now he's going to check the ends to see if there's taper in the ring. Or wait a minute, first he's going to turn it around and check it on the other side to make sure that it feels the same going both directions onto the set plug. If it does not feel the same or very close to the same, then the ring has some wear on one of the flanks and would need to be looked at to be reworked possibly or replaced. After he checks it from both directions and he knows that it has the right feel both ways, then he's going to check taper to make sure you don't have a hourglass or tapered condition. He goes like one turn and then he goes a little further to see if it gets a lot tighter. He does this from both sides. If you have taper in your thread ring, it'll be a lot looser on that first turn and a half than it will as you go on further into the ring. After we have set the ring and we have checked to make sure it doesn't have taper, then we need to check the minor diameter to make sure it's still in size. Because when you reset a ring, as you wear it and close it up, the minor is also going to close, and you want to make sure that the minor does not go out of tolerance, because you can then be rejecting good parts. In this case, we have a very small ring, and we use a tapered pin to check this with. We take a tapered pin, we put a little bit of grease pencil on it so that we can see where the ring stops. Then we put the ring on the tapered pin, and we turn it to score the grease pencil marking. And then we use a set of mics to measure at that point and see what that size is. And then once we get the size and we see what it is, we check that, compare it to our specifications, and make sure that everything is in tolerance. And if the minor is still in tolerance, then we have a good ring and it's ready to be documented on our calibration and put back into service.